The purpose of the Human Atlas is really simple. It's to inspire a new generation to co-author their lives, not in the shadow of those that came before, but in honour of them. My name is Marcus Lyon. I'm a British artist and I create human atlases. Our first human atlas project was in South America, Somos, Brazil, a human atlas of a nation. Really was the beginning of this fabulous journey, inspired both by my fascination how differently Brazilians self-identified, but also by the fact that I married a Brazilian and have two Brazilian children. So in a sense, inherent in the book and in the exhibition was a father's search to understand the nation of his growing family, and continues to really produce a huge influence on my life. It's brought me further on to Germany, where our second human atlas was created, the I.DETROIT project, where we went in search of 50 change agents, social entrepreneurs who were working predominantly in the diversity and migration space. So why Detroit? Well, Detroit in so many ways feels like a city of firsts. It's a city which was the birthplace of the automotive production process. The city that gave us Motown and techno, was the arsenal of democracy. It was the richest city in America until the mid-20th century. And yet it also, in recent decades, has become a place where some of the darker truths of the urban space, of urban dwelling, have been laid bare. We've seen significant issues around social justice, racial equity, the problems with lack of access to decent housing, education and job opportunities. This is a city that's really seen it from both sides. So what we have in the I.DETROIT project is the ability to explore that. But I think in some senses where I'm at is this space where we can explore the leadership and the type of leaders and the community leaders and the grassroots leaders, some of the unsung heroes of the city who are authoring different ways of creating a more hopeful future. The foundation of a Human Atlas project is the nomination process. The idea is to create a system, a process that searches for the voice of a space. So over a period of 6 months, and with the guidance and insight of a curatorial committee, we have reached out into the farthest corners of the city to find people who are nominated for their exceptional work. But what we've tried to do is, within the limitation of 100, we've tried to be as elegant in reaching out and finding as many people who represent as much of the city and the dynamic groups of people who are doing change here. Conducting the interviews is a new and rich challenge in the process. What I find most exciting about it is this ability to give a voice to the voiceless. They get this sense of a relationship, they can actually hear the person. And I absolutely love the idea of being able to let the subject of the work actually have the ability to communicate their message, their life, their story to a much broader and wider audience. Good.
So on Woodward Avenue, right?
The Human Atlas projects are a process of bringing over 1,000 pieces of data and information together. They rely on incredible levels of research and support. But once we're in production, the absolute key is my core team. And I've been so blessed to have Camilla Pastorelli, our Brazilian producer, who's managed to juggle 100 diaries as elegantly as you possibly could. I've had the amazing support of L. Renee Hollins, our executive producer in the city here, who's given us insight into what it means to be born, to grow up, and to author a creative and successful career here in the city. And then perhaps most importantly, Joe Briggs-Price, my assistant and co-author of the project, who's helped me build the powerful soundscapes and photographs that the project is really built on. Probably the greatest joy of I.DETROIT is the new friendships and the new people we've met here. This is a remarkably small town for such a big city. People know each other. Once you get under the skin of the city and you become part of its fabric, which we believe we have through our process, you are welcome with open arms wherever you go.
Give you a flair of your own, irresistible you.
There is a sense of co-authorship that I have rarely seen anywhere in the world here. People are only too happy to introduce you to their people, to bring you into their networks, to support your vision with their vision. This is a truly remarkable, generous human city. This is a place where, despite all the preconceptions that people could bring to this town, this is a place of real generosity and real warmth.